Hello everyone and welcome to round one coverage here at the 2019 PDGA Professional World Championships. Getting us started here, a name that not many would put at the top of their leaderboards coming in, but Emerson Keith put on a show today.
Yeah, I mean, I had a plan just to play safe out here. I don't go for much. I stay really within my game, and I attack, but at the same time I don't attack. I played pretty safe golf, and it worked. I was throwing super consistent. I was making all my putts inside the circle. I think I was 100% inside the circle this round, and maybe made a couple outside the circle, but just safe golf. And I also got to play with my buddy Zach Johnson, and he keeps the mood light. I threw OB on the easiest hole in the course. I think it's hole 11. I threw OB, and he was like, "You're gonna hit that putt, and you're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep shooting well," and that's exactly what I did. So I have to give him some credit to keeping the mood light.
Speaking of a light mood, Kevin Jones always wanted to keep the energy up, and today was no different. Here, getting it started right with a birdie on hole 1, and keeping the momentum going with a long jumper to save par on the tough hole 3. Hole 7, throwing the beautiful hyzer flip. The discs were just coming out of his hand perfectly all round long. Jumping forward to hole 14, maybe the highlight of the day across the tournament. Here, Kevin laces his drive down the middle and throws the long second shot wide right, tracking, slams the chains 384 feet later.
It was unbelievable is the only words that I can think to describe that throw in. It was the first time I actually bought a rangefinder yesterday, and it's the first time that I actually ever used the information from the rangefinder, and I got it at 128 yards. I threw it and I'm like, whoa, that flipped up and it looks like it's going a little long, but it might flash the chains. And you know how many times we've flashed the chains before in our lives. It was just unbelievable to see it actually like slap the middle of the chains and fall in the basket. I couldn't believe it.
And just to show it wasn't luck, he would go on to get a turkey on the next 3 holes, including this beautiful turnover on 15. And this tall flex sidearm on 17. Not a lot of players taking that line. KJ USA would finish up his round 11 under par and in second place, heading into the nasty Northwood.
We're gonna see. I know this course has a lot of teeth and it can get hard really quick, so I'm gonna just try to keep it in the fairway and keep bogey free would be awesome.
Next up, Mr. McBeth is a staple at the top of the leaderboards, and this year he's more motivated than ever to get the job done. He would get started with a pretty routine birdie on hole 1, but after finding out of bounds on the roller, almost slides out again on hole 2. He would convert for the par, but here on hole 3, he would find a bit of trouble, sliding out long out of bounds and not able to come back either. McBeth would right the ship in the middle of his round, though, here on hole 10, absolutely parking the 450-foot par 3.
I felt like I was in a groove, but I didn't feel like I was putting them close. Like I felt like I was having to make like 20-something footers each time, and then there was a few, like two drives where I was like, that's parked.
Coming into hole 17, having birdied the last 7 holes, McBeth looks to finish out strong. Oh, unfortunately leaves the putter short. Would have to throw from the drop zone, saddling himself with the bogey 4. And if you remember Kevin Jones's round, he just lost 2 strokes right here. That would be the difference. McBeth not quite able to convert the birdie on 18, would slide 2 back of the lead and 1 back of Kevin.
This is like an average round that I've been shooting in practice, so I want to step it up a little bit more. There's only 5 rounds now, so there's not really time for falling back like a 6 or a 7. So if I could keep it together like this for 5 rounds, I think it'll be pretty hard to beat.
Rounding out our lead card heading into round 2, James Conrad got it done in the Open. Now looks forward to the more wooded Northwoods.
I think it's fun. I think it's very challenging. I think it's one of the more challenging courses we play on tour, and I'm interested to see how the field attacks it tomorrow.
Here's your leaderboard after round 1. Emerson Keith, like we saw, Kevin Jones, James Conrad, and Paul McBeth, the only ones in double digits, chased by Chris Clemens, Philo Brathwaite, Austin Hannum, and so many more. That'll do it for the round 1 recap, but fret not, we'll be back with more all week long.